Right. Gotta be honest. That Galatasaray game.
Oh, tell me about it.
Proper kick in the, what's
gutted.
2-1 down and away and turfy, bit rough. And not exactly the European dream.
Nope, not at all.
But before we all start chucking our kits about, there's stuff in here.
Oh, yeah.
We got Ange's post-match.
Right.
And trust me, this isn't just him, blowing off steam.
Yeah.
This is insights.
This is tactical gold. This is what separates the good managers from the greats, right? Being able to take a defeat and turn it into a learning curve.
Okay, so let's get into it then.
Right.
One word jumped out at me like mad in this interview.
Whoa!
Wasteful.
Yep.
Wasteful. He's going on about it, especially that first half.
Right.
It wasn't just like, we missed a couple passes.
Yeah.
It was the whole way we were with the ball.
Yeah.
Rubbish, basically.
Yeah. And you know what? This is fascinating because this is where it gets into Ange ball proper.
Right.
His whole system, it's possession.
Right.
Dictating play, almost strangling the other lot with the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we're giving it away, like that first half, we're undermining the whole thing.
Handing them the keys to the kingdom in it.
Basically, yeah.
Galatasaray, they love that, don't they? They love that.
Oh, yeah, chaos. Hit you on the brake, love it.
And he even says, we played better with 10 men than in that first half.
Yeah.
Almost like a dig in it.
I think he's saying, look, even when we went down to 10 men, we had to be more disciplined, more precise. We showed what we're capable of.
Right.
So that really underlines how important it is for the lads to stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Especially on a tough away day like that.
Absolutely, yeah. And then this young Will Lancashire. With the red card, you can tell Ange is frustrated, but he's also got that understanding side. He's saying, good work rate from Lancashire, but
lack of experience.
Yeah, probably got a bit, overexcited, which
classic Ricky mistake.
I reckon most of us have been there, haven't we?
100%, yeah. Especially away in Europe, you get a bit.
Yeah, get carried away.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: 3 teenagers started.
I know, right?
That match.
It's bold, in it.
He's chucking them in the deep end.
He is.
And that tells you something about his vision.
Long term in it.
Long term, yeah.
He's not just going for quick results.
Yeah.
He's building something.
And he even mentioned Lucas Moura as well, who also needs game time.
Absolutely.
To get back to his best.
Yep.
So I bet you're feeling, even after a loss like that, you're feeling a bit proud of them young lads.
100%. Seeing those kids out there battling for the badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when it's tough, that gives you hope, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. And Archie playing out of position. Put in a good shift.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah.
Proper solid.
Now, there was a bit back and forth about set pieces.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to get your take on this.
Right.
Ange didn't seem too bothered.
No.
It's almost like he's more annoyed about just the whole game plan going to pot.
Yeah, it's interesting. And
does that worry you at all?
Yeah, you'd think set pieces would be a bigger worry.
Right.
Especially with Galatasaray's height.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is Ange didn't seem surprised by their 3 at the back.
No.
At all. He was expecting it.
Yeah.
So clearly he had a plan.
Yeah.
But the execution, it fell apart.
Yeah.
And that comes back to that first half sloppiness.
It's almost like those individual errors just
overshadowed everything else.
Yeah, he even said, we expected to dominate possession.
Right.
And it didn't happen. He wasn't making excuses. He was just
stating the facts. Yeah.
We let ourselves down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's compelling about this is he's honest.
Oh, yeah.
Brutally honest. Not just about the team, but also about
his part in it.
Yeah, his part in it.
Doesn't blame the atmosphere.
No.
Doesn't blame the changes he made.
Nope.
Doesn't blame
the opponent.
The other team owns the mistakes.
He owns it.
That's leadership.
And he kept repeating this phrase, self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted.
Hammering it home.
Yeah, this wasn't just bad luck. This was avoidable.
Yeah.
And this is where we get into Ange's brain.
I know, right?
He even pinpoints specific moments.
Give us an example.
You're a simple pass went astray under no pressure.
No pressure.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
This is where that training ground work comes in. You can tell, detail obsessed.
Yeah. And I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this.
Yeah.
Those little moments where things went wrong.
Right.
They might seem small, but they
tell the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're crucial.
Yeah. And that leads us to what he says towards the end. He says, even with 10 men, we played through them.
Right.
Well,
so the ability is there.
Yeah.
The potential is there.
Yeah.
The challenge is
consistency.
Exactly. Yeah. Turning it on for the full 90.
And that is a perfect segue.
Oh, lovely.
Into our next point.
Tell me.
Because we have to talk about that second half.
Right.
10 men.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. Let's rewind back to that first half for a sec. Yeah. Ange was fuming about those giveaways, right? And he kept saying simple solutions, like over and over. What were they getting at there?
Yeah, that really got me as well. It wasn't just the result. It was like the way it happened, those mistakes.
The manner of them.
Yeah. Almost like he was more annoyed about our mistakes than anything Galatasaray did.
Exactly. We were beating ourselves, weren't we?
Yeah, and there's a key insight there into, Ange's head.
Yeah.
At one point he says, like, the moments that stick out for me are when we're under no pressure and we still give the goal away.
Yeah.
That's gotta be driving him mad, especially when he drills those passing patterns, over and over.
Yeah.
So explain this to me then. What's going on in those moments?
Yeah.
Is it focus?
I don't know. Is it a lack of, are they not fit enough to concentrate?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the root cause?
Well, it's probably, a load of things, but this is still a new system for a lot of these lads.
Yeah.
Ange ball, it demands, skills, technique, quick decisions, all that. It's not just like flick a switch and suddenly you're, Xavi.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're always trying to play out from the back.
Yeah.
Find those passes, keep it moving.
It's not hoofball, is it?
It's not just, lump it up and hope for the best.
No, and that's why those simple passes are so crucial, because when they go wrong, the whole system
unravels.
Yeah, suddenly we're on the back foot, scrambling.
Yeah.
And that plays right into a team like Galatasaray's hands, doesn't it? They want to hit you on the break.
Exactly.
They're dangerous going forward.
Especially when you give them space.
Space, yeah.
He also mentioned it wasn't that difficult to play through them, even with the 10 men.
Yeah.
It almost seemed like they weren't as good defensively as we first thought.
And that is the most fascinating thing, right? It's almost like their strength wasn't tactical genius or amazing players. It was us.
Yeah.
We gifted them those chances.
So we made them look good.
Yeah, we were shooting ourselves in the foot, weren't we?
Basically, yeah.
Right. By being sloppy, we let them control the pace of the game, especially in that first half. We gave them the momentum, and they ran with it.
Yeah, but here's what's interesting to me. Ange didn't seem at all surprised by their 3 at the back.
No.
He said he was expecting it. So it wasn't like a tactical mistake on his part.
Right.
He had a plan.
He had a plan.
But the plan fell apart.
But the plan fell apart.
And this reinforces the idea that it's not the strategy.
Yeah.
It's the execution.
It's those unforced errors.
It is.
Those mental lapses, like you said.
It disrupts the whole flow.
So if I'm with you, the takeaway is we didn't lose because Galatasaray outplayed us.
Yeah.
We lost because we messed up our own game plan.
Bang on. Frustrating in it, but a good lesson.
Yeah.
The talent's there, clearly.
Yeah.
But consistency, that's what's needed.
Yeah.
That mental toughness to stay focused, to get the basics right, even under pressure.
And that's something we can all relate to, right?
It's not just physical.
It's not just, yeah.
It's mental.
It's the mental side as well.
And that takes time to develop.
And you know what's funny? Listen to Ange.
Yeah.
You don't get that, like, oh God, we're doomed feeling,
No.
He's determined.
That's like, we're going to fix this.
And that's the good managers in it. They see this as like, not a failure, but a chance to grow.
Yeah.
He's analyzing, figuring out what needs to be done. That's the attention to detail. That's the commitment.
Yeah.
That gives me hope.
Okay, so we've done that first half.
Yeah.
Pretty clear those unforced errors were
the weak link.
Yeah. What about the second half, though?
All right.
Did we see any improvement?
Yeah.
Did the subs make a difference?
Good question.
Did playing with 10 men actually make us better?
That is the question in it. And it leads to some really interesting stuff.
Okay.
Remember, Ange specifically said some of our best football was in that second half, even with a man down. Let's get into that.
All right. Second half, 10 men down, but Ange reckons that's when we played our best stuff.
Mad in it. It's like the opposite of what usually happens.
Yeah, it's a proper head scratcher, almost like that red card forced them to simplify things.
Right. Back to basics.
Yeah, the less is more sometimes. So they stopped trying to be fancy and just
stuck to what works.
Yeah.
When you're a man down, you can't afford to muck about. Right. Risky passes, all that goes out the window. It's keep it simple, move it quick. create space by running, not by showboating.
And Ange said, playing through Galatasaray, not just around them.
Right.
Was that like confidence or just being stubborn?
I reckon it's a statement.
Yeah.
Even with 10 men, we back our system.
Yeah.
We can break them down. Patient, smart movement, all that.
It's bold though, isn't it?
It is.
But it kind of worked.
It did. Showed what they can do when it clicks.
So go down to 10, actually a good thing?
Maybe not a good thing, but a lesson for sure.
Yeah.
Made them adapt back to basics, and they found that flow again.
Right, that Ange ball.
Exactly.
And that brings us back to
consistency.
Yeah, he keeps saying it, like they can do it. You see it in flashes.
Yeah.
But doing it for the whole 90?
That's the thing, cut out those mental errors. The hesitation, that's what messes up the rhythm.
Right.
That comes with time, with experience, believing in the system, trusting each other.
All right, wrap it up then. We've gone through it.
Yeah.
We lost, But did we learn something more important?
I think so, mate. This wasn't just a loss. This was Ange Postecoglou. Tactical masterclass.
Yeah.
No sugarcoating. He told us what's wrong, what's good, and he believes in it.
Yeah.
If they learn from this, cut out the mistakes, play like that second half, but for longer.
Yeah.
We're in for a good season, I reckon.
There you have it, fellow Yid. Another deep dive done.
Job done.
It's not just about the score. It's about
understanding.
Next time you're watching, keep an eye on those simple passes, that composure.
That's the stuff.
That's where it's won and lost.
Exactly.
And that's what Ange is building.
100%.
Until next time, COIS.